Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're diving into a genuinely fascinating manifesto. It's called Eagles in the Sky. Right off the bat, this document lays out a movement built around this incredible high-altitude metaphor. Think about it. A select few operating way above the chaos of everyday life. The source text calls them eagles, describing them as seasoned core members who have actually built, created, and leveled up their skills through real, hard-fought experience. Instead of just flocking together in massive, noisy groups, these folks fly with intense purpose, often completely alone or in really tight, powerful formations. So throughout this explainer, we're going to unpack exactly what this whole philosophy means, how this group actually operates, and the literal practical steps they've laid out for anyone wanting to soar alongside them. Let's get right into it.
Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1, Rising Above the Noise. So the text sets up this incredibly stark contrast between the environment most people are stuck in and the laser-focused mindset you need to be part of this group. The manifesto makes it crystal clear. To really understand the Eagles, you've first got to understand exactly what they're deliberately avoiding. Down on one side, we've got the ground. And the text describes the ground as this place of frantic activity, right? Literally screaming for attention, packed with endless distractions. It's just the pure, unfiltered noise of everyday life. But then, on the other side, we have the sky. Up here, totally undisturbed by the chaos down below, the focus shifts entirely to purpose. The Eagles are up there concentrating on educating themselves, evolving their capabilities, and relentlessly building stronger versions of themselves. And there's a vital point the text emphasizes here. This isn't just theory. Not at all. This is lived experience, forged in real fire. They fly above the noise because, honestly, that's the only possible way to maintain the immense focus needed to continually evolve.
Moving on to Section 2, Veterans Helping Veterans.
Transitioning from that overarching philosophy down to the actual crew, this is really the beating heart of the movement. The manifesto explicitly points out that they're seeking out folks who have been hurt, damaged, or who have lost a lot, even everything. But the way they offer help, it's very specific and highly structured. So the absolute crucial point here is their strict ethos on ownership. The movement is remarkably upfront about what it does not do. There are zero false promises. They are not going to magically restore what was taken or claim they can fix everything overnight. Absolutely no hand-holding, no managing of your tasks, and definitely no controlling your assets. That responsibility, it belongs entirely to you. You've got to do the work. But on the flip side, look at what they do provide. We're talking real education, proven direction, and incredibly steady leadership. They actually offer a core team spread across multiple time zones, which gives veterans around-the-clock support with real speed and clarity. Basically, they'll hand you the map and the compass, but you are the one who has to actually hike the trail. All right, let's look at Section 3, Inside the Eagle Teams. Now, let's unpack the specific units flying in the sky and exactly what their operational status looks like. Eagle Team 1 is right there leading the charge, with active, fully established platforms. And these aren't just casual side projects. The text specifically notes they are the living results of intense, focused effort. Platforms like OpenPlaza.io, SportsFuture.io, FreightoArtGallery.io, and the currently developing SportsFutureLegacy.io. Then, moving along, we have Eagle Team 2. They are actively forming right now, under some seriously experienced leadership, with their specific objectives slated to be announced real soon. And finally, Eagle Team 3. This unit draws its core strength straight from the SportsFuture.io movement, zeroing in on a very specific dimension of sports. This is highlighted by their flagship initiative, which is an active development known simply as One World, One. What is so fascinating to me here is their rhythm. The text points out they operate with absolutely zero hype, no artificial timelines, and again, no false promises. They just work steadily, deliberately, often completely out of the spotlight, advancing strictly through action rather than just adding to the noise. Which brings us to Section 4, the rule of massive action. So, shifting gears to the actual flight path, the text lays out a highly specific pipeline. If you recognize the sheer altitude these teams operate at and you're looking to rise up and connect with this group, here are the practical steps for alignment. Step 1, subscribe to and engage with the SportsFuture.io YouTube channel. That's your source for insights and updates. Step 2, follow them on Telegram and X to get those real-time signals and communication. And Step 3, register directly with the Eagle teams using their specific platform links. Bam! It's a highly deliberate, straightforward 3-step process completely designed to pull you right out of the noise and plug you directly into their actual communication channels.
Now, all of this structure builds directly toward a really core maxim from the manifesto. It's captured perfectly in this one line. You are the manager of your own success. Talk about a powerful reminder, right? The text makes the argument that thinking on its own only gets you so far. Without decisive, consistent action, well, thinking remains pretty much useless. The Eagles do not overcomplicate things here. They fully expect you to take 100% ownership of your own journey.
Let's move to and see how this builds into their absolute ultimate philosophical punchline. Massive action beats everything all the time. Seriously, all the time. Eagles constantly assess the conditions, they adjust their wings, and they know exactly when and how to fly. Action is literally the ultimate currency in this community. The core team remains incredibly strong, the direction is crystal clear, and they firmly believe the sky has plenty of room. But of course, only for those who are genuinely willing to roll up their sleeves and do the work. Which perfectly sets up this final, provocative question drawn straight from the text's own invitation. Are you ready to operate at a higher level? If you are finally done with all the screaming noise down on the ground, the invitation is completely open. It's such a fascinating look into a highly focused, relentlessly action-oriented community. And that wraps up our explainer of the Eagles in the Sky manifesto. It absolutely leaves us all with something to ponder, doesn't it? About our own altitudes, our everyday distractions, and our true willingness to actually put in the work.